Round 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is Smokey Steve and Marc.
Oh, yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back and happy Friday.
Happy TGIF. I'm so happy it is the weekend.
It's a very welcome Friday.
Oh, yes, it is.
They're always welcome.
Yes.
But they're particularly welcome today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every Friday, it's like more and more
Yeah.
that I'm happy that it's Friday.
This was like a really full week back for you.
It
though.
was.
It
It
was
was
all
a
the new patients.
yeah.
all
It
that
was a
new
full
stuff.
week back for me. It was. Yeah. And you had a pretty busy week too.
It was. There was a lot of hubbub, end of the month reporting, and end
Yeah.
of the fiscal year stuff. So
You always get this way at the end of the fiscal year.
every year it's like
rushing.
it's everyone in the office
tons of
is
stuff
crazy.
to
There's
do.
a lot of responsibility for my supervisors of people
Yes.
they have to answer to. So if they need numbers, we got to run. And yesterday to get them to them. So you look very pretty today.
Oh, thank you. I figured in honor of what we're doing this evening, it
In
was...
a trailer park cancel the dance sort of way.
Yes. And on Mondays with Mark, I will do a tutorial how you too can make your very own flower tiara.
So
Just kidding. Totally kidding.
So if you notice by the title, we're back and we're revisiting yesterday.
Yes, we are.
So it's another round of Life After Caretaking continued.
And I'm joining him.
Mark is with us. He couldn't be here with us
I
last
was
night.
so bummed I couldn't be here last. I work late on Thursdays now, so I don't get home till 8 o'clock at night.
Yes.
And you know how I like to get my little, just my little 2 cents in.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, and I couldn't do it. But I was very happy that you decided to do After the K or Caretaking, Redo, or Part de, or In Continuation, or...
Yes.
How are you framing it?
Well, really, it's, I guess, an elaboration.
An elaboration.
Yesterday, a couple people had commented, you didn't seem really into it. And you're right. I wasn't very into it.
Yeah.
When I started following the Beaumonts regularly, it was over the course of caregiving when Tommy was ill, and I was providing commentary on that because I felt pretty strongly about it. It's difficult to keep up with following 8 videos a week from someone that I don't respect.
Right.
And, don't find interesting in even, like, an anthropological study sort of way. But nevertheless, you showed up for a video, and I felt like I kind of dropped it a little bit. So I went and reviewed a little bit more of the material. I have some thoughts I didn't really flesh out, and of course we have Mark's input.
Yes.
So again, we're probably not going to revisit absolutely everything she did over the week, but we are going to dig in a little deeper with a few points.
Yeah.
So,
well, that sounds good to me.
so this will be, and another thing. Okay? So, let's see. Well, the big news, which I can't. Can you take that off? I can't.
I guess it's time to get serious.
Get that shit off. I can't! It doesn't look good on... It looks like the... Have you seen the movie poster for Midsummer? The horror movie? That's what it looks like.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna make those on Monday?
Shall I send it to her as a gift?
No.
I had to. I'm not one... Look,
Send it with
you all know... I'm
Send
not
it with
one,
the Marlboro points.
Yeah, I'm not one to make fun of somebody, but... I just can't. When I see a picture... Like, what was it? The mukbang... I think it was the latest video, I think.
Where she was about this
close
to
with
the
her
camera.
flower.
Do you, Cynthia? But at any rate, one of the bigger things that we kind of touched on was the note that was allegedly left about Cynthia, and whether or not she may have left it herself or not. And there was a couple observations that people had made that I did a little more digging into and kind of thought about a little bit more. Did she plant the note? Well, first of all, let's set the ground rules. Nobody cares.
Right?
The police don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It would be tantamount to someone leaving a note saying Cynthia Bowman is 6 feet tall. It's not mean if it's true.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And to tie up police officers, allegedly, during a period of civil unrest and a pandemic for something so stupid, but, and as a lesson to us, we were called onto the carpet by Mrs. Beaumont for having a P.O. box.
Yeah.
Because that makes us e-beggars. No, the P.O. box is a safety measure so people don't come to your effing house and tape shit to your door.
This is true.
Because while there are wonderful people on YouTube, which we've met,
Absolutely.
and other social media, Facebook and all other places, and we've gotten to know them and they found us, thank God.
Yeah.
There are some folks with less than pure intentions.
There are. It's a responsible thing to
And you
do.
don't have to even be as, we'll call it controversial, as Cynthia, to have some of those people traipse across your channel and traipse into your life. And what you can do to put distance between yourself and that is have another place for your mail to go.
Yeah.
And do it that way. Of course, it's inconvenient to not have the gifts come right to your house.
Yes.
But
at certain times of the day only.
Yes, not in the morning. Not too late. Don't send a woman. They can't lift the packages. This one was damaged. This one was only $15. By the way, we're out of food.
And it takes too long to get to the post office.
Mm-hmm.
It's too expensive to get a post office box. It's just... it's beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
It's just...
So, and the accusation that was made that it was she said a hate crime was perpetrated against her. Now, as something of a minority, you know, we're white middle class men. Actually, we have the very long end of the stick. But we're gay. You know, it's not everybody that someone passes by and screams faggot out a car window. No. You know, that may not have happened to you.
Right.
I don't know a gay man it hasn't happened to.
No, I don't either.
So,
at some point in
there's
life?
some bit of minority status there. So when you say hate crime, and, I mean, the FBI defines hate crime as a criminal offense against a person or property motivated in whole or part by an offender's bias against a race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, ethnicity, gender, or gender identity.
Interesting.
So, what level of hate was being directed at her by that?
Right.
Against her because she's white? What if a white person left it? Like, what?
Right.
What's being perpetrated against her exactly? Now, there is something to be said for hate speech.
Yes.
And for this, we went to the Cambridge Dictionary, which is public speech that expresses hate or encourages violence towards a person or groups. Example, I would just gun them all down.
Interesting.
It doesn't list that example, that was my example.
Oh, I was like, really?
No,
wow. But that is a good example.
But didn't it fall in there very smoothly?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be hate speech, which by and large is protected speech, with a few caveats to it. And we are towing the line with caveats, I believe. But just to put things in context of what's an actual crime and the consequences and what's speech and free speech and hate speech and things like that. So, no, I don't think anyone's probably going to send that video to the FBI and no one's tracking down Cynthia. She'll say so.
She'll say
the FBI was here too.
That's the next one.
Yeah. The FBI will be there. So at any rate, that
was the note. Yeah, and and there's been talk over on Facebook, and there's a few other sites out there where people can congregate and talk without being deleted or edited or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they're kind of saying, did she do this herself? Was it actually done by someone else? They're bringing up old handwriting things and comparing the handwriting and this and that. It was said that, a person did come out and say that they were the person who did put the note up there, and this person is standing by, standing by what they did. But you never know. That's the big debate. Did she do it herself? Didn't she do it herself? In my opinion, I don't know. I mean, how do we know for
the scummiest outcome of all would be if she did it herself and then called the police.
Right.
And tied up everybody's time.
Right.
I mean, if she wants to go dramatics and call the police over this, whatever, and try to pursue it, but to do it to yourself and then do it. There's been instances of that, not just by white people.
Right.
Remember Jussie Smollett and that whole thing? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, wrong is wrong is wrong.
Is wrong.
If that was the case with her.
Mm-hmm.
So, just put it out. She knows what happened. Regardless of what she tells us, she knows what happened.
Yep. And the bottom line is was it the truth or not? And the note.
I'll leave that to the viewers.
To the viewers.
Decide.
I don't think you need to.
Now, there's two topics I want to raise about broken English. Okay. First is, I often watch Cynthia's videos on closed caption with the subtitles and everything, because often I
can't stand her voice.
I wasn't going to put it quite like that, but that really puts a
I
fine
can
point
see.
on it. So I read them. Or he's watching something on TV and I'm catching up. Especially, like Chantal, we have to listen because there's
Yeah.
sound effects.
Plus, she's not. There sure are. Yes,
But-
there are.
But Cynthia doesn't so much. She belches, but you can tell she puts her hand to her mouth.
Yeah.
The captions might as well be in Dutch because it doesn't translate well from her speaking because she has a hard time pronouncing words, such that it is. The other is the comment section has become increasingly filled with comments that are in broken English. They're structured funny. Hey, dude, like number 61.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. And a lot of times they just pile in and then they'll be deleted too. So I can see deleting hate comments, or what you believe are hate comments. We're all moderators of our own comment section, and I can have an opinion about how she runs hers, and the likes and dislikes, and hiding the subscriber count. I can have an opinion about buying subscribers as well, and how that will give you a false sense of success.
Yeah.
But whatever helps you sleep at night. But at the same time, it's, if they weren't bought, if there's nothing about it, why would you delete the comments then?
Exactly.
Delete comments you find offensive? Fine.
Yeah.
If you can't stand
And
those,
it's been,
fine.
like you
But-
said, it's been increasingly disproportionate. I noticed that myself when I was, like, looking down through them. I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You can absolutely... And this was a shock to me. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't even know that you could buy subscribers. I'm like... I thought it was a joke, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Until I looked into it, I'm like...
Well, you can look, if you go on, like, Social Blade. Now,
can.
we are a very, very small channel.
Yeah.
So, when you go on, like, Social Blade and you can see channel statistics and
Yeah.
stuff, you'll see with our subscriber count, a pop for us is, like, 10 in a day, maybe
10,
20.
yeah.
And then a few days of nothing.
Yeah.
So, you can see that when you look at ours going up.
Yeah.
But she's frozen her subscriber count and you can't see
You
it.
can't see
What you
it.
will see is a pop of, like, 100 a day.
Yeah.
And then nothing. And 100 a day. And the videos that day were...
Like...
And I believe
like
that
they
if,
always are.
yeah, and I believe if Cynthia hit 15,000, she would do a whole parade and shove it in people's faces.
Yeah,
But
yeah, she would.
give it 3 days, we're going to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the end. If you can't make the rent, it'll be hard to buy subscribers.
Yeah.
But at any rate, that's kind of been noticed. And that's, again, you can run your channel how you like. I'm not sure how YouTube feels about that. I've
don't
heard that
know
YouTube
either.
isn't crazy about it, or that they should make it... There's a lot of things people think should be taken off YouTube
Should be,
that
right,
aren't,
right,
you know.
right.
But...
I mean, like her entire channel. But what I'm saying is, but yeah, I was very surprised to hear that, and I was surprised that I just it doesn't sit well with me. It's not something we do, and it's so like untruthful, and it's so it kind of goes against the point of what YouTube is, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't know. I just. That was one thing that I wrote a couple notes down because I didn't want to forget to tell you some things, and that was one of them.
Yeah.
Was I learned something new this week with this whole buying subscriber
And then going
things,
sub for sub. Now, when our channel
sub for sub.
when our channel started, I would be that guy that
Yeah.
would go into your comment section and say, "Hey, great video." And I would watch the video and
Yeah.
say, maybe we could support each other because it was a weight loss channel, and we would
Yeah.
subscribe back and forth. And I did that quite a few times initially to start connecting with people. But we all were trying to lose weight. And
Yeah, it was a different time too.
And there's a lot of folks that we're still friends with now that we did that with.
Yeah.
I can think of 4
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What else? Oh, the clap back to the haters. I didn't touch on the fact that Cynthia got a comment about having someone sending one of her videos to the pastor or the priest of the church where she was going to donate Tommy's food.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's a little far. I feel like that's a little much. If you were going to donate something, I'm going to tell the people you're donating it to that you're a bigot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I
but
don't know.
what it does represent and what it does show is how people feel about her.
And the lengths she'll go to if she feels slighted.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly. I mean, she had did she come back with a comeback video or something on that? And
Yeah, thanks for giving me a video. I hope I make 1,000 views.
I hope I make all this money on this video. You gave me the idea for this video, like all smug and in her face. This one could care less about what's in. I mean, but it just shows the what people think of her. I mean, that is, you know, that comment alone. Obviously, that woman had feelings. That
Yep.
person, that woman, I think it was a woman, had feelings about it, and it shows again what people think of her.
Yeah.
And then it shows how childlike Cynthia is
Mm-hmm.
in her response, in how she deals with things, throwing it in your face. She sounded like a little third grader stomping their feet, and then shall show you. Again, a person's character.
She's over 10 years older than me.
I know.
You know?
I know.
And I had a pretty delayed maturity. Okay? Let's all be fair. I'm still probably somewhere in my mid-20s. Nevertheless.
You look it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I should have wore a hat. It would have really looked like I'm getting roots.
A baseball cap backwards.
Yeah.
You look like you're 18.
A cloth front, because if it has that thing, it tells the world, you know, the obvious. So another part, e-begging has resumed.
That's on my list too.
E-begging has resumed.
is.
Now, it didn't for a while, and I don't know, I kind of thought like maybe she did come into that money that she thought maybe she might get.
That's what I thought first.
There was
too.
the rant where it says, I'm not getting shit, ...
Mm-hmm.
But then maybe there's some paperwork I have to fill out to get something. That's the get out of lie free card.
Right.
For when almost whatever amount of
Yes.
money comes in.
Oh, you're so right.
And I mean, God, even you get money if I die. You know, you don't have to be Rockefeller to
Really?
have
How
money
much?
left to you.
How much?
I'm worth more dead than alive.
Are you?
Yeah. What do I get if you die?
You get some, probably not as much as I get from
Closet
you.
full of clothes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get all my craft supplies.
Oh. Yard sale.
You get an outdoor kitty.
I get an outdoor kitty.
No, you have a little insurance policy, but it's not much because we don't have it at work, so it's
Yeah.
like a private one.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know, you do.
well, let's go under the assumption that Cynthia isn't sitting on money, and what this demonstrates is just a really bad managing of funds, because she's done some shopping and done a few boxes and some Japanese candy and some beauty boxes.
Oh
and
yeah, and the candy, and she doesn't like to eat spaghetti because there's too much sugar in it. It just,
I don't
like,
know.
Like when you think she can't say something more stupid.
But the trifecta is e-begging, crying, and mentioning Tommy.
Yeah.
And if you want to go in for the kill, you mention God.
Yeah.
And that all together is meant to pull at the heartstring.
Mhm.
I'm not saying she doesn't still miss her husband. She does. I imagine she does.
I would hope she does.
I would think so. It hasn't been that long. The tears, real, maybe not. I don't know. Sometimes people cry without tears. It could happen. And then the beg to go with it. So it's line them up and knock them down.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was kind of like, but then buying beauty boxes. Like, okay, let's say a beauty box was $15. Okay, $15. How far can $15 go in a grocery store? Maybe 5 cans of Progresso soup. Not far. But whose responsibility is it to handle that? Like, whose job is it to make that sacrifice? To take the $15 and buy food and not stuff? Is it yours? Mark, I'm going to go buy stuff with the last of my money so you can take your extra money. It's nothing to you because you can afford it. I think that's the idea Cynthia has.
Yeah, it's nothing to all these people because they can afford it.
They're all rich. They can afford it.
All my fans can afford it, and if they can't, they're expendable anyway.
Everyone's replaceable. So,
Oh.
so that all goes together. And giving away Tommy's food and stuff. I mean, there's no food in the house. It was good enough for Tommy. You know, eat the Ensure till it's gone. Eat the Boost till it's gone. It's all about calories, isn't it? I've heard that 1,000. That's why he didn't get a hot meal, because it was all about calories.
Yeah.
So, I don't know that I have too much more to say about that. Because again, we're hitting a threshold of disgust. You know,
we are. There's only so many times, like I said, there's only so many times you can beat a dead horse.
Yeah.
There is no. Okay, it's out. There is no reason to talk anymore about the fact that she is a bigot.
Mm-hmm.
Proven fact, it over and over again. So how many times do you have to say it? Although it totally, it's disgusting.
Like at this point, is it just part of the context? Like
Right.
if, like let's say for example next week the theme is not I don't know, what the hell could you go into next?
What did you go into next?
Anti-Semitism? Who knows?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Right.
But if there is another couple videos with her talking about anything racial or whatever, you know, the shock factor's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It almost doesn't deserve a whole other video of its own. Granted, I do think you, on the other hand, where I left this out yesterday, and I think I didn't, I think I should have said it, actually. People who are bigots continuously need to be called out as bigots. They should be uncomfortable in our America.
I agree.
They
Thank you for saying that.
should
I
feel
totally
uncomfortable
agree.
in our America.
Yes.
Not the other way around.
Right.
So,
I agree.
that's pretty much all I have to say. That doesn't mean I'm going to make a video a day haggling Cynthia Bowman.
No.
No. She's
Oh,
still,
no.
She's
She
a
doesn't
private
deserve it.
citizen with horrendous views on how the world works and conducts herself in a way that I find appalling.
Mm-hmm.
But she still has rights. I
Yeah,
guess.
she does.
So, she doesn't have the right to monopolize police time for bullshit. But that will play out in its own time.
Yeah.
Just watch the show. We'll just watch the show.
We'll just watch the show.
And stay this far away from the aftermath.
Yeah. Right?
Because there's a lot of people, a lot of places who talk about Cynthia.
There are.
And they find us.
We get a lot of messages.
We get a lot of them.
Emails and IMs and PMs, you know.
And stuff like that. Do you know she did this? Do you know she did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No.
No.
Well, I only had a few things that I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there are, I think if you've been watching for a while and I'm in the videos, I know some people tune in to just Thursdays.
Yeah, or just Saturdays.
Or just Saturdays or whatever. And then there are some people who have seen all the other videos too. And if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a pretty friendly person and I tend to like just about everybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For me to get to a point where I don't like somebody, you know, it's bad.
You know, you're a nice guy. It's
but
bad if you don't.
What I cannot stand in a person is a person who is cynical, a person who is hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a person who knows it all or thinks they know it all and has to say it all the time, one up you all the time. A person who is entitled. You know, y'all know those type of people, you know, who are just entitled.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that. Liars, someone that you cannot trust or believe anything that comes out of their mouth or says one thing and then says something completely different, you know. And for me, Cynthia is that all encompassed into one person. And, you know, we still have to refer to her in this household as she whose name ought not be spoken. I can't watch her. I don't watch her videos.
This is the closed captioning because I'm reading them. I'm not listening to them.
I can't watch her videos. The sound of her voice, I just look at her or my blood pressure rises. I think I've said this weeks ago that it feels toxic to me.
And it does beg the question, like, well, then why are we watching? Is it so bothersome? Is it this? Well, it is entertaining on some level.
It is.
You know,
that's what I was going to get to, yes.
There's train wreck appeal.
There is.
And it's like, well, this is a real person. Well, so are the Real Housewives, and she comments on them. They have feelings too, Cynthia.
Mm-hmm. And make no mistake about it. I'm sharing my opinion only because I was asked to. Left to my own devices, I wouldn't.
You just roll your eyes and walk away.
I just walk away. I would not do it. But I also, I do want to answer people's questions and things like that too, who ask, you know.
Yeah.
But, and that was one of them. And an interesting thing came to my mind when I was thinking of all this in the shower last night, actually. See how it can get into my mind. That's why I don't even like to bring her name
I do not bring her into the shower with me.
No, but I was just, yesterday was...
I just threw up a little, sorry.
Anyway, no, the thing that struck me was I was thinking about the channel, predominantly our channel, and I mean YouTube in general, but I was thinking about our channel and the reasons why we do what we do on the channel and what was behind it. And, you know, for us, our channel and our content was a hobby. You know, we never even thought we'd get to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, when we started all this, it was nothing like that. You know? It's a hobby for us. It's something that we enjoy doing. We have passion behind it. You know, I personally like the community that we have formed, and we try to connect with our viewers, and we try, you know, I mean, I've made such great friendships. I mean, I can't, there's some people I talk to every day that I met through the channel. These are one of the blessings of having a channel. One of the things that I have gratitude about for having a channel, these things, you know. We try to do content that's enjoyable. We try to do content that might be informational, that you may be able to relate to, or whatever. We just share our lives, and we have a little bit of passion behind it. And I was thinking that, you know, what is the reason for Cynthia's channel, you know? And the bottom line is Cynthia does her videos and has her channel for opportunity only. It's about money for her. And she has said it over and over and over again.
Gotta pay the rent.
Gotta pay the rent. I gotta put a video out. I don't even care what the video is. I just have to put something out because I need that money. I need the money. I need the gifts. I need people to send me stuff. You know, I don't know. It just, you know, does she put time into her videos? Does she have passion for her videos? The only passion I ever see is when she's coming at somebody, you know, like someone who doesn't agree with her, or in reaction to a reaction of her video.
Yeah.
That's the only passion I really see from her. I mean, even when she was like expressing her grief over, you know, the loss in her life and things like that, the majority of that were crocodile tears. You cannot relate the passion she had when she was attacking that one person who was going after her to the same passion she had with dealing with grief. There was no comparison at all. Like, there was no passion. There was no nothing behind that, you know. I don't know how much time she puts into her videos. Yeah, has she ever done, I don't know, a backdrop? Has she ever done anything like that? I think what I mean is this, that there is a very big difference in the reason she does what she does and the reason a lot of other people do what they do.
Yeah.
She calls her subscribers fans, but in the same respect, you know, she says that they're all expendable and replaceable. She doesn't give a shit, she said, because everybody's replaceable. And I guess they are, because you can buy subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, so again, it shows her character. It shows, you know, the true Cynthia, the true person that she is, a person that buys subscribers, a person that doesn't care about her subscribers or her viewers. I mean, what does that say about the person? Again, beating a dead horse. We know she's a bigot. We know she e-begs. And now she wants Marlboro points again? Oh my God. She didn't even open the drone she got from the Marlboro points that everybody sent into her for her to get. And now she wants more to get a watch or something? I don't know.
It's not the prize, it's the chase.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like a little kid.
Yes.
Like, you get a new toy and you throw it over there, and someone will be like, well, go play with your old toys. I want new toys.
New toys.
I want a golden goose.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And a golden egg.
Golden egg?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, golden goose, golden egg, either
Golden
one.
egg? I
Yeah.
don't know. I just remember that brat from,
Willy
show.
Wonka.
And she got hers, though.
She did. Oh, wouldn't that be funny to see her go down? Oh, anyway. But anyway, no, those were just the points that I wanted to, you know, get across. Was I was thinking of the differences between the channels that are out there and who we kind of watch, and the motivation and the reasons that she does what she does. It still surprises me that people can support her after these latest rants and, you know, these kind of racial undertones and things that have happened and all of the e-begging and all of that, when it's so blatantly obvious that she spends her own money on other things and expects people who watch her channel to support her. It still does surprise me, you know, about that too. But bottom line is, again, I'll say it again, she's an entitled person and full of untruths, and and racist, you know, and I all of that put together in a package is somebody that I personally don't care about, and that's just my opinion on all of this. You know, I do not watch her. The only time I keep up to date a little bit on Facebook, you know, but that's about it. And in my final opinion, I think the best thing that could ever happen is that just everybody just stops feeding into it and and stops watching her.
Mhm.
You know, people were very outraged about the whole racist thing that happened, and you know, she's gonna gun them all down and this and that. I mean, they were petitioning YouTube to have her channel shut down because of stuff like that. So she does know how to ruffle some feathers. You know, we'll give her that.
Oh, fuck her. I'm sick of talking about this.
I am too.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Yes.
Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on the way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and contact info is all listed below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for some coffee talk.
Yes.
Probably, I'm going to say mid to late afternoon. Chantal wasn't filming a whole lot this week, so we don't have a lot of ground to cover. But she did take some time to think.
She did.
She took a road trip to get some time to think. So,
And we'll see what next Thursday's caretaking video brings. I don't know. Shall we take a vote and see if there's going to be yet another channel name change?
So she's almost out of Sunkissed. Who's sending it?
Ooh, yeah, we can have some polls going on
Who's
here.
sending it? Who's sending the Sunkissed? We'll see.
Oh, thank you so much for listening. I guess in particular me, you know, talk on and on. It was great spending time with you as always. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend, and remember, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, everybody, okay? We'll see you next time. Ciao.